What's up guys? So in this video I'm going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on within my business. Now people have been commenting, asking when I'm going to do another video, why have I not been posting, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on. I'm going to be talking about I've recently been hacked. I was actually affected quite badly on one of my main sites on the Google update in December. I've actually managed to recover that, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about that and what I actually did. I've actually seen an increase of 200% in traffic. I'm going to be talking about some other bits and pieces to do with my niche site. And I'm also going to be talking a little bit about my crypto portfolio. I will talk a little bit about that towards the end. Now, in this business of affiliate marketing or running a publishing business, what they don't tell you is you get a lot of ups and downs. Now, I've been in this business now. The business which I run now, which I run my affiliate marketing websites from, I've currently been doing for about 5 years, and I've seen growth year on year. So every year I've always beat the previous year. But what people don't say is how hard it can sometimes get. Just when you think you're really getting there and you're moving in leaps and bounds, something comes along like a Google update or commission change and it pushes you back down. And the only way you get over that is to just keep working. So what many of you actually do know is that in December I was affected by the Google update. Now, I seen quite a significant drop in traffic. I think it was about 50 to 60% drop in traffic. I think it was near a 60% drop in traffic. So since that, I've been working very hard to work out what went wrong, why I was affected, and what I can try and do to regain the traffic. Now, I don't really know what went wrong, but what I do know is I've been doing a few things to the site, which I'm going to talk about in this video now. Anyway, when they rolled the Google review update, is what they called it, my traffic went up in leaps and bounds. Within 1 day, the traffic had literally gone up by about 200%. What people don't take into consideration is, if you get hit by a Google update and you lose 50% of your traffic, you've got to literally double your traffic to get back to where you was before. It was also about 30% more traffic than it was the previous year at the same time of year. Anyway, I'm really excited to be talking about what I've been doing, how I've achieved that. And as I mentioned, I've got a bit of a crypto portfolio, so I don't know if any people who watch my channel are interested in crypto, but I will talk a little bit about what I've got. I'm not a crypto expert by any means, but I do have quite a portfolio of crypto. So when I was in this very position in around February, I was about to film a video. I'd done the script, totally different video to this, but I'd done the script, and I realised that my main site had been hacked. Now, I have been hacked once before, and I always try and keep my plugins up to date, I keep the theme up to date, I try and do what I can. But I found out it had been hacked, so that meant I dropped the YouTube down. I thought, I can't do YouTube, I've got to get on this, I've got to get the site fixed. So that's what I set out to do. Now, it's a whole video on its own about being hacked and what I actually did, but just to put a brief summary on it is, I found out I was hacked, and what was actually happening is some of the URLs from my pages with my website, they were linking to spammy sites with affiliate offers. So they might add offers for gambling sites and things like that. So that's what the hack was. So I managed to roll back to about 28 days. I rolled the backup onto the site, and then the site was fixed. There was no issue. But I obviously knew I'd already been hacked, so there was something that was vulnerable within my site. So what I basically did is I removed any plugins that weren't really being used or I could get rid of because I didn't really need the features. Obviously, I've been trying to optimize for speed as well, so that was useful, getting rid of some plugins. So I got rid of the plugins. I also did a proper scan through my site with WordFence. I have WordFence Premium. I do recommend it. Changed all the passwords. I changed the passwords for the cPanel. I changed the passwords for my FTP account. So I did all that, and touch wood, I've had no issues since and have not been hacked. That is on that site. Not long after, I was hacked on one of my other sites, a bit smaller but still a significant site, and it was a very similar sort of hack. It would go into different pages than the first hack was, but it was the same sort of thing, so I went through the exact same process. Anyway, so after that hack, I just never really got back into the YouTube videos. I was also dealing with the fact that I'd been affected by the Google update, and I was trying to work out what to do about that. So I just never got back into YouTube. I'm hoping now that I'm going to be back into YouTube and releasing useful videos to help you. So let's talk about the Google update. I'm sure many people are interested in this. Anyway, my main site, which I get my traffic to, is there's a lot of review type content on there, but like many review sites out there, I didn't really review many of the products in person. They weren't hands-on reviews. I've been thinking for some time that Google's going to crack down on this, and what Google really wants to see is proper reviews with people hands-on with the item, actually looking at the item, using the item and giving their personal view, rather than people who have literally just done a roundup of 10 top products and they've got the Amazon descriptions and just reworded it, because it doesn't really add value, but that's what a lot of people do. I would say that 99% of people, that's what they do. So I wanted to change this with my site. So what I did was I started investing in buying the products, the top couple of products that are on my review. So usually on mine I have like a best pick and a runner-up. So what I did, I actually bought them items. So if I knew someone who had them, I asked them was it alright if I borrowed them. I could also ask them about their experience with that product, so that helped. So I bought the products, I got my hands on them, and I could get real pictures, I could get real experience with them. And something I quickly learned was it was a lot easier to write a product review, or to edit a product review in this case, because what I did is I chose my top articles that were ranking and I bought the products for them. Now what I found was when I put my own pictures on, pictures of me using it and discussing the product because I'd actually used it, I seen an increase in conversions, which I expected, but I did, which was good. I also think that that may have helped improve my site and the user experience, and I think that Google perhaps, I don't know how, but Google can see that it's a real review, you know, there's a real picture, unique pictures. Now something else I did is I filmed videos with the products being used. I did like a bit of a video review. So I have that towards the top of my post. I will just mention, I've also started including videos and monetizing them with Mediavine. I'm having quite a bit of success with that. They seem to be paying a lot higher than the standard ads you put on the site. The ad plays just before your video plays. And something I did learn on the videos was that a lot of people will want to watch that video of the product being used, and of course the advert plays first, so they have to watch a bit of the advert before they can watch the video of the review. So that's been working quite well. Something else I did is I've got experience within the niche what my main site is on. So I've got qualifications within that niche. So what I actually did was I dug out my qualifications, I took pictures of them and I put them on the About Us page. Now what I was hoping this would do is if someone from Google ever went on the site, went on the About Us page and they're trying to see if the person who runs this site is relevant to the niche, you know, see what the site is about, then I wanted to make sure that if they went on that they could see that this site is written by someone who's involved within the niche, you know, they know what they're talking about, they've worked within the niche for years, they've got qualifications within the niche. So I did that. I also opened up a LinkedIn account and I linked from the LinkedIn account to my sites. There was a link there. I don't know if it means anything, but there's a link. And I also linked to my LinkedIn account with the qualifications in there. So I also did that. I also started doing some more how-to videos with me actually doing the job and linking them back. Now, and I think what Google's actually looking for is content that also backs up the reviews. So say you had a review but you didn't put too many of your own pictures on or any at all, but you had quite a lot of proper articles using them products and talking about them in like how-to type articles, and you were there doing it, presenting the how-to article, could also have a video on it, then it could cross-reference that you're involved within that niche, you know how to use the products, and you do also review some of the products and recommend them. So I think that might be a way that Google can see that these product reviews are real, or they are being reviewed by someone who's involved within the niche, because they've got how-to articles which are ranking to them. But the how-to articles, they're not just written, they've got pictures of you actually using it. I think this all brings relevance and trust to the article, but not just for Google, for like when people come onto your site, they can see that the person behind this site is a real person, they're involved within the niche, so you're building trust. Something else I will mention is it's a lot more enjoyable to write an article, a how-to or a review article, if you've actually done the job or you've used the product and you get to take the pictures properly, you get to have a play around with it for a couple of hours. And I think that's the way forward with product review. And I think that Google's figured out some of the ways to work out which sites are actually doing this. And I think in the future, these are the sort of sites that will actually be ranking on Google. So you might have already realized this. I also started another YouTube channel for my main site. Briefly mentioned doing videos. So then videos were done for YouTube. So I've been buying the products, as I just previously mentioned. So I've been building out a little bit of a YouTube channel for this site as well. Again, it's an opportunity to send people back to the site. So there's a link there. It's an opportunity to list the products that you're reviewing, the affiliate links on YouTube itself. So there's a chance of earning a commission within the video. If the YouTube channel was to also grow quite well, then there's obviously an opportunity to monetize the YouTube channel with ads as well. So that could be like another income source. So I've been building out that YouTube channel. Not got that many subscribers on it yet. I've been reviewing the products within my niche that I review. They've all been hands-on. I'm thinking about doing more how-to videos too. That's something else I've also been working on recently. And not only does that help produce another source of income from YouTube, but it's also going to potentially help with my actual site that was affected in December by the update. And that may have also helped recover the site. The fact that I've got links from videos going to it and I can use them videos. So something else I've been testing recently, on the ads, my RPM, which is revenue per 1,000 views, I've been trying to improve that, and it's been quite low. So on Ezoic, it was $5 to $6, and on Mediavine, I think it was about $12. So not great. So I've been playing around with that a bit. This could be a whole other video about what I've done, but what I basically did was, with Ezoic, I have I have added a few more places where the ads will show, but I've carefully chose where they go in, because I took a lot of ads off Ezoic because there were just too many ads, but I've carefully placed a few more, and it's made such a big difference. So when I log into the Ezoic account, it doesn't show it as RPM, it shows it by EMPV. So it's a similar rate, but what it actually went from is $5 to $6 to $13. So I actually doubled the amount of money overnight from Ezoic just by doing this, and I think it will slowly creep up even more. On Mediavine, I actually made some changes within the Mediavine account, and again, I've seen some excellent results straight away. So with Mediavine, I've gone from about $12 to about $17. I think that's per 1,000 views. So again, a big increase there. Now, what I actually did with that was, I went into the back end of the site, and what I'd actually done is, on my site, I had limited it to only, I think, eight ads per page, and they had to be spaced at least 2 paragraphs apart. Now, this is fine, but a lot of my articles are 3,000 to 4,000 words, so I might as well just see what happens if I put more ads on. I'm not putting more ads on per page view as such, but because I've got long content, they could be spread down a bit. So that's what I did with Mediavine. A few other little tweaks as well, but basically that is what I did. It's took me ad revenue to the next level. I've literally took it on one of my sites from about $80 to $100 a day to like $100 a day to $160. I think it's actually hovering at around $120 a day to $160, $180 now. So that's with Mediavine, so that's doing really well. So I'm going to talk about crypto in a second, but something else we'll just mention is I use AWP to create the tables on my site. So just recently, I put tables on all of them, and they were appearing on the mobile desktop, but my tables are quite long. I try and make them so they include quite a bit of information so that they can persuade people which product they need to buy without really reading the article, and they do convert extremely well. But what I found is that they take the sales away from the other affiliate programs because they don't get past the tables. Now, this isn't an issue on desktop because a quick scroll and you're past the table, but on a mobile device, the table was really, really long. So I think a lot of people, although I was getting a lot of conversions on Amazon, they weren't getting a chance to go to the other affiliate programs. I use the eBay Partner Network, which I've talked about previously, and they weren't really getting there. So I've had a talk with AWP, and they give me some CSS. So now I display the AWP tables just on desktop and tablet screen sizes. It doesn't display the table on mobile. So that's absolutely great. I found that that's helping. I'm not seeing a decrease in conversions. I'm not seeing a decrease as such in the clicks to Amazon, but people are getting chance to see those other affiliate programs on the main reviews, because that's where I put the buy boxes for other affiliate programs as well. So that's worked well. Now, crypto. I don't normally talk about crypto, but I will talk a little bit about it. I first got involved in buying Bitcoin back in 2013. There was a site, you might know about it, called the Silk Road, and it was a site that sold drugs, and it allowed people to sell and buy illegal things on it, really. That's what the site was. The guy who set the site up is actually in prison now. I think he's got a few life sentences, actually. But anyway, at the time, they were talking about Bitcoin and how that's what they used to think. And that's when I first got introduced to Bitcoin. And that's when I bought Bitcoin. I couldn't afford a lot, so I bought $400 worth. The price of Bitcoin, sorry, wasn't $400. I think it was quite a bit more than that. It might have been about $800, so I might have bought about half a Bitcoin. So that's how I first got into Bitcoin. So I also own some ETH, I own some Litecoin, I own some Cardano, and I've done quite well out of the cryptocurrencies, but it's a bit hard not to do well the way cryptocurrencies have been over the last few months. I don't think you could have picked a cryptocurrency and not really made some sort of money out of it. But for me, it's long term in crypto. So I've got Bitcoin, like I said, I've got the ETH. I personally think the ETH is going to take over Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin now is more used as a store of value. So similar to say gold, but gold's physical. Bitcoin is virtual. So that's store value. I think ETH, that's come along, that's doing really well. That's got a lot more behind it. They'll be building applications on top of ETH and things like that. It's very complicated. To be honest, I don't fully understand it myself, but some of the money which I make from blogging, I do put into virtual currencies. I do think that they're going to do well in the future, so I think if I put quite a bit of money into them, not too much that if it all goes and disappears, I can't pay my mortgage and stuff. To me, the reward and the risk ratio are good. I think there's quite a big chance that I'll do fairly well off my crypto holdings over the next 2 or 3 years. So that's what I've chosen to do. So if you want to hear more about crypto or finance, then do comment below. If you want to hear more about what I've been doing with my publishing business or any videos in particular to do with publishing, writing, anything to do with running a publishing business, please comment below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to give it a like, as it really does help me out. And obviously don't forget to subscribe to the channel first. Thanks for watching.